We are at Mount Brown, which is about, I guess, 45 minutes south of Perth, probably 20 minutes south of Fremantle or something like that, on the coast. It's an industrial area. The area is called the Kwinana Industrial Area, and there's a lot of different primary product industries here, the creation of or digging up of nickel and iron, agricultural chemicals, crude oil, aluminium production, and all the industries here have been around for about 40 years and heavily rely upon one another to keep the economy flowing. There's a military boat over here, obviously some heavy tankers. I think that's a ferry boat out there, but it hasn't moved for ages. A few sailing boats, some bigger boats out on the horizon. There were RC planes flying around just here, but they've either crashed or stopped. Might have stopped.
Now we're going to head 1 kilometre down this hill again, felt like more, and the shades decide to roll over on our way down. Got the camel pack, desperate times, for Laura anyway.
Refreshed. I'm good. So, fun fact, this plant over here with the big stalk on it is a xantheria, and they form this skirt at the bottom as they die, effectively the leaves, as they die they form this nice skirt at the bottom, and bandicoots often nest under them, or whatever they have over here, other small ground.
And
wide range mammals.
What if they don't have the skirts around like this one? What if they were all burnt out and I guess young?
They have to nest under something else, like other piles of vegetation. But they're their main. When you see them, that's where you could be looking for a. If you're in the bush and you didn't have any food, you thought, I'll look under that little skirt there because there could be a little bandicoot.
If you're quick.
You shouldn't really eat them.
Desperate times, desperate measures. Let's avoid any. Is that an explosive? Who's to know? This is what Dustin was talking about. Then with the big skirt.
That's a good skirt. Still a house.
What's that? What's that? So I'm a little worried. See these roads that should be, I guess, the wrong way, and they're blocked off. But on our way up, I don't remember seeing any of them. I remember seeing the roads and thinking, oh, is that the way? Are we going the wrong way? But now on the way down, I can see that they've all been blocked by someone with trees, and I'm just worried that we're being lured into a hills have eyes situation. A little dubious. If you find this phone, you know what happened.
So we're here. We just did the walk up to Mount Brown Lookout, which is a 2 kilometre return trip. Takes about an hour, but I think we walked it much quicker than that. And this one's Henderson Cliffs 2 kilometre, estimated time return of 45 minutes. We could do that one, that'll take pretty quick. What do you reckon?
I'll meet you in the car.
Guess not then. Alright.
That's the big rulers. Tick.
Yeah, I think so. We can't find a parking spot at all.
Located at a TAFE.
It's at a TAFE.
Okay, let's roll on.
Rolling on.
Yeah.
We're upgrading the bed. The current one's too thin. So now we have an extra mattress.
It's pretty much those little cushions underneath, so
Yeah. Oh,
good night's sleep.
this will make it better. Look at that, it fits perfectly.
Great.
These are thrombolites. They look like rocks, but they're actually microbial communities. They produce or they precipitate the calcium carbonate out of the water through photosynthesis and create these kind of rock-like looking structures. These ones they estimate at around 2,000 years old. So on this chart here it says today you can only find them in a few places in Western Australia and the world. And the other place that you find stromatolites in the world are in the Bahamas that we went and saw as well. Let's just say to Laura that superficially at a distance you'd say, oh, they look like rocks, but as soon as you get up close you realise that it must be something other than rocks. Because you can see little structures within that look like coral or some sort of branching system. So for the curious people, they would interrogate that further and work out that they must be little micro things.
And what's the difference between stromatolites and thrombolites?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think thrombolites require fresh water to live, and this lake here has groundwater seeping through, so that's why they live here. Whereas stromatolites do live in saltwater environments. The stratovolcanic, look at them, they all go right down, all the way down.
Tell me about your stick, child.
This is for planting features, clearing cobwebs, backing water to get her moving along, and just as a general instructional tool to emphasise things. Metric competition where they effectively stop other things from growing due to all the, probably something to do with the chemicals in their sap.
Peppermint trees. Laura's wearing her Aussie bush hiking footwear, but that's because my proper sneakers gave me blisters, so I've had to bail, and I am on snake watch. And there's heaps of these spiders, you won't be able to see it, but heaps of orb spiders making arches. Here's the arches of orbs.
One there. One there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
One there. One here. One over the back.
Yeah. They really pounce on the stick if you touch any of them, but they're not scared, are they?
Surprised birds don't nail them.
Yeah. Just pointing out to Dustin, the emu, his response was, oh, way over there. Yeah, but I haven't seen a closer one on this trip. Tough crowd. Keep going straight ahead. Another 3 steps. Stop. Let's take a step to your right. Okay, now look.
Oh, that's great. That's so fun. I had this idea, it'd be fun to have these sorts of things, like fantasy type things in the forest that you'd find on a trail. Or you could have a Harry Potter one and a Lord of the Rings one.
Go look at Butang. Oh, it's got a little bum. It's got a little bum. Well, big bum technically, but hydration, important.